Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new piercing meme reaction video. Hello everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling? So, today we are delving back into the world of piercing memes. Now, it has been so long since I've done one of these. It's been like maybe a year and a half. So I'm excited to get back into it. Thank you to everyone who has been sending me everything over on Instagram. You guys are wonderful, incredible. So make sure you do come follow me over on Instagram. Come send me things to react to, and maybe, you know, your suggestion can be in the videos. But yes, as always, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell to miss any videos that are coming up. Leave me a nice comment down below. But yes, let's not beat around the bush. Hey, let's get on. What's happening? For your next game, you will have to screw the ball onto your piercing without dropping it. And of course, it's done as a Squid Game trial, and you will die if you drop it. Oh my god. Funnily, actually, just before I started filming, my tragus piercing here, the ball fell off of it. And it took me about 10 minutes trying to screw it back on because it's such a fiddly one here trying to do. It's so hard, especially for like smaller piercings. My rook piercings are tiny, so trying to get them in is an absolute nightmare. Nightmare. But also, when you're doing it like this and you're trying to like maneuver yourself to do stuff and you're like, ooh, it's really hard to remember which way to screw it to begin with, because like you have to do it clockwise. But then if you're like this, twisted like this, is it this way? It's confusing.
This way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish gout.
Waiting for my piercing to heal so I can get a new one. Oh, yes. Relatable. Not so much now. I feel like because I've got so many, I've kind of calmed down a bit. My attention now is definitely towards tattoos, which I'm getting a tattoo next Friday. Cannot wait. I'm so excited. But I definitely, in my early days, the impatientness within me, because I'm notoriously impatient to get the next piercing all the time. It's always like, more. Yeah, completely relatable. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Nipple piercing? You're doing it wrong. What is happening? Why does he have this huge thing right through? I'm confused. Oh, I don't like it. This makes me very uncomfortable. Why on earth does he have a sword through his entire chest? Is this like a circus performer from like the olden days? Because all in black and white, it kind of looks old. But like, is this like a circus performer? He's like,
I can stick a sword right through my chest, girl.
And he's like, stabby wabby. And then he dies. I don't know what's happening. This shouldn't be happening. I feel like I should never have to tell you that don't do this. When I said I was going to do a piercing memes video, I didn't think I'd be triggered, girls. When your nipple piercing gets caught on something. True. Now, we have talked about and suggested, we've spoken about catching nipple piercings, and it is an absolute nightmare. There was like a meme, like I think I may have put it in a video a long time ago, where it was like when you catch your nipple piercing and you feel your soul leave your body. It was very similar to this. It's so true. I cannot tell you, because of how sensitive your nipples are anyway, the idea of like catching it is so horrific. So God, I'm in a weird mood today. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. My client will be thinking their entire summer when I tell them they can't swim for 6 weeks after getting pierced. Oh, no, I have a story. Oh my God. Okay, so in 2009, I got my belly button pierced. So this was very early on in my piercing journey. I was actually only 18 at the time when I got my belly button pierced. But around about that time, I also went to Center Parcs, which is just like a holiday resort. And in Center Parcs, they had like a massive swimming pool section where like, there was like a lazy river, there was water slides and lots of fun wave machines and all the fun goes. So what happened was, I was like, it's been a few weeks. I'm sure I can go swimming. It's fine. Wow. Okay, so of course, in a place like that, the water is so chlorinated. And my piercing, I went in, and a few days later, my belly button was red, it was swollen, it was really sore. I was like, oh, this isn't good. Obviously, me being absolutely stupid was that, oh, maybe the chlorine will kill the infection. Not thinking that obviously it was the chlorine that did it. Went back in, my belly button was not very happy. It was fine in the end, but that was an awful time. It was not fun. Don't go swimming, guys, if you've just had a piercing. Or if you had it on your head, obviously you can go swimming. Just don't put your head under the water. Just keep your head away from like swimming pools, or your piercings away from swimming pools, because trust me, it will not end well. Oh, the ultimate piercing getting lobotomized at Claire. Can you imagine? Isn't history insane? Like, the fact that people thought lobotomizing people was a good idea to, like, cure mental health. I'll be quiet. The fact that they thought that lobotomizing people, or like, you know, putting the rod up there and like bashing away some of the brain, or like the bone and stuff, like, the idea that you did that, like, to cure mental illness or to cure sort of like any kind of ailment someone had, like, it was absolutely like deranged. Like, wow. When I finally got my industrial piercing, so cool. I never thought about the troubles of loved ones getting closer. Bump. Ow. Or how often I'll be accidentally snagged. Youch! And how you can't forget there's a wrong way to snuggle. Ow. Oh, yes. Okay. Ooh. First of all, I love that this person's username is called Stabby Stabby Time. Iconic. You know, for the level that I have them now, obviously when I get new ones, I'm very aware of them, so I don't really knock them that often. But when I first started getting piercings, the amount of times that I would hit them, knock them, snag them on things, like, it's so frustrating. Like, you have to get used to them a lot if you're not, like, you know, if you're new to the piercing world. If you have a piercing, like with your nipples, when I got my nipples pierced, because I wasn't used to having anything in that part of my body, even though I had those earrings, again, they would get caught all the time because I was just like, la 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 la, rip, girls. It was awful. When you get piercings, your whole life in a way does kind of change a little bit because you really have to adapt your life to your new modifications. Of course, some carry more strain than others. Industrial piercings are notoriously awful to heal because of how they keep your ear locked in place. So just keep that in mind. Some of you have never been peer pressured into getting an unplanned piercing, and it shows. Triggered. I mean, I feel like I was definitely influenced by people I watched or people I knew. I don't think I was ever peer pressured into do it because none of my friends really had piercings. So I don't know if this really as applies to me, but I'm sure there are some people out there who didn't really want a piercing or even just like kind of wanted it and their friends were like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I feel like probably I've unintentionally not peer pressured, but I definitely would have inspired people to get more piercings than they necessarily would have. I mean, that's not a bad thing as long as you're going to a professional and it's something that you want. But I guess it depends on the level of what you want to think of it as. But yes, it shows, bitch. I feel like this should really be like, some of you have never pierced yourself in the school cafeteria and it shows. Oh, detonated. Thinking about a new piercing. Healing my piercing. Again, if you're new to piercings, especially like if you're doing cartilage or something like that, please know that the healing process of these pit modifications is so long. It's not a couple weeks. It's not a couple months. It's literally like half a year. Piercings, I don't know what it is about piercings, but they just take forever to heal. I don't understand why piercings seem to take so long to heal when it's a tiny little hole, but it just does. Your body's like, no.
What are you doing? Stop being silly. I'm gonna take it out.
Infections. When I get new piercings, I still have to look after it the exact same way as if I only had one. Nothing changes. I still have to be very, very careful, and the healing process is always not fun.
Ooh la la la. I've got gout.
Klein, ew, I don't like those kind of piercings. They are so ugly. Me with those kind of piercings in my face. I've heard this a lot. What's stupid as well is when people say things that,
I don't normally like this, but it looks okay on you.
It's not a compliment. Just don't say that to people. Not just about piercings, but anything in life. Don't be like, I don't like bald people normally, but you suit it. Like it's don't say that to people because it's not a compliment in the slightest. How piercings heal in emojis. Love. Yes. It never just goes from getting it done to healed in a smooth line, just going, nothing ever goes wrong, nothing ever feels weird. Like, you're always going to at least knock your piercing once. You're always going to, like, snag it sometime. And eventually, the healing will happen and it will properly heal, but your healing process does kind of go like this, and it kind of waves and it starts to get better, and then you knock it in your sleep, and all of a sudden then it like goes back a few weeks of healing, and you got to get it catch back up again. For me, it's normally sleeping. I'm a wriggler in my sleep. I'm very sorry for any future boyfriend I may have, because I will shake around, girls. I love how doing this, my watch has just gone, exercise ring closed. Wonderful. I love that I'm literally burning calories by doing a video. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So many of you guys keep commenting about this, but honestly, since filming standing up, I enjoy it so much more. I don't know what it is about having the freedom of just being able to be sort of a bit like this. I don't know, filming standing up is so much better, and I just absolutely love it now. Oh, this is cute. Body piercing is a pizza slice walking into a piercing studio, and you pick the topping as like the piercing. I love this. Okay, so this is my favorite one I've seen so far. This is really cute. I love this. I would totally be the pizza going in, getting everything done. Me when I see a girl walk by with nipple piercings. A magnet. This is such like a tired statement. They are not magnetic. Piercings don't, like, they're not going to make piercings magnetic because that would be such a stupid thing to do. They're not magnetic. The same way that when you go through airport security, the machines don't go, ah, beep, 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 beep. You can't hide from the past in the holes. Yeah, so just know that, piercings themselves will leave a dent in your lip or in your ear. They will never really fully heal, so it looks like you've never had anything there. I mean, when it comes to your ears, it doesn't really matter because you don't really see it, but I had my labret pierced here a long time ago. You might not be able to see on camera, but you can still see the hole there now where like it was. There's a little indent. Of course, my friend Luxaria has had a lot of piercings over her top lip. She's had angel bites and a gestural piercing. So like you can still see the dents where they were. Any kind of piercings like this, you will always be able to see some kind of imprint when they've been, especially if they've rejected badly. Because like if your eyebrow's rejected, you've got like a gash in between your eyebrow now where no hair will grow and there's a scar. So don't think piercings aren't like tattoos because tattoos last forever. Piercing holes last forever. Oh, will you marry me? Yes. And they've put the, can you imagine wearing like a diamond ring as a septum? Oh my God. Gen Z are taking it too far. Joking about that. I'm so sick of like these older people saying like millennials do this, millennials do that when they mean Gen Z. It's like they're so like, can you please just use your brain for 2 seconds and know that like when you make millennial jokes, most of the time you say things about millennials, but it's actually about Gen Z. Like it's so stupid. This isn't me attacking Gen Z, by the way. It's just an observation of like older people. I can't remember what it was I was watching recently, and the comedian on the TV show was like saying, oh, these millennials don't understand what it was like for us unwinding video cassette tapes and rewinding VHS tapes. And it's like, we grew up in the 90s. Millennials grew up in the 90s. We know what VHS tapes are. Like, seriously, stop, like, just why do Hot Topic employees be coming up to you scary as F like, it's buy one, get one free on body jewelry. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming Hot Topic is like kind of like Blue Banana. We don't have Hot Topic here in the UK, but I'm pretty sure it's like Blue Banana. But it's kind of the same thing all the time because I used to get pierced at Blue Banana because that was all you could really do where I used to be from. And it was kind of okay. It wasn't like too shifty, but it was a bit like, 2 piercings for £20. It was like, no. I recently actually went back to my hometown. I mean, I say hometown. I do not consider it my hometown at all home anyway. No, London is my home. I went back there and actually walked past Blue Banana where I used to get my piercings as like a teenager. And it was very strange to be like, oh, it's a bit of a throwback to the past. I didn't go inside because I was like, no, I don't want to like see someone who might work there still because it's a bit awkward. But yeah, it was interesting. Me trying to, oh my gosh, me trying to hide my new piercing from my parents. So, I mean, luckily for me, when I started getting piercings, I was already like over 18, so like my granddad didn't really have any choice of it. When I first got my lip pierced on the side here, it's where the hoop is now, but I had like a black stud there for a while, and my granddad didn't say anything to me. I had a couple piercings by now at this point anyway, but he still didn't say anything to me. And like a month or 2 into my healing process, and he didn't realize that I had a piercing on my lip. He thought I had like some growth or like a wart or something like grow up because it was like a black stud. I was like, no, it's a piercing. I don't know why I had like black jewelry. I don't normally do black jewelry. It's normally silver. So I don't know what made me pick black that time, but it was so funny. He thought like my stud here was like a mold, like a growth or something. But I know it is frustrating to like your parents don't want you to get piercings, but if you live under their roof and it's their rules, unfortunately you kind of have to go with it, because trust me, is it worth the risk of them finding out and then being really angry with you or like potentially making you take it out? I always say just wait until you're old enough to kind of do it without having any kind of repercussions. When you have to stand there awkwardly while your client has a breakdown right before they're piercing. Oh, are you okay, hon? Let me know when you're ready. This is why I will never ever get into actual doing piercings myself, because I will not have the patience for this shit. If someone was doing that in front of me, I would be like, no. Leave, get out right now. You're not getting this piercing. It's too late. for you to sit in my chair. My face when the client says they want to get a snake eye piercing. Get out, just shh your mouth. If the last 5 piercers said no, maybe it's for a reason. No, just no. Tired of explaining why. Exactly. This is the thing. We've talked about snake eyes so much on this channel, and it's tiresome. It's tiresome. And this is the thing. So many body piercers and body places will say no to doing this piercing. So you should probably listen to the reason why they're saying no. Piercers want to make money. Companies want to make money. Studios want to make money. They're not just going to say no because they're like, we just can't be bothered. Like, there's got to be a reason, because if they want to make, they want your money. Ultimately, all of these people want your money. And the fact that they're still saying no, maybe listen to that and go, maybe I shouldn't, because this isn't a good idea, because they're not trying to scam me. Client, I've had my nose pierced for 2 weeks, but the jewelry has been out for 3 months. I need jewelry because it's still open. I want to buy a hoop. Can you help me put it in? Right. Oh, we've all been there. I'm sure most people with piercings has been there, where you've left it out for too long, or it's fallen out in your sleep, or something's happened and you try to get it in. It's very tight. But there has been, I've heard many stories on my channel over the years, or even videos of people who've had their piercings out for a long time, and they're just trying to like force something back in through it. And it's like, that's not going to end well. It's very rare that you'll be able to get it back in and it end well. You're going to rip open scar tissue, which is going to cause you to get such a bad infection. If you had your piercing up for a long period of time, it's probably closed over, and you're going to have to get it re-pierced, because if you don't, you're going to get infections
and die.
Well, guys, I am not aboard that trigger train. We are not falling to our death, and we are not choo-chooing off the cliff. No, bye, bitch. Thank you for watching. Oh my god, this is fun. It's nice to kind of interject like more positive and fun. I mean, there was a couple of things in that's a bit like disgusting. Like that whole bar, like the sword through the chest. No. And that was how he died. Awful. But you know, it's a bit of fun. We love doing a meme. Of course, if you'd like me to do more piercing meme videos, let me know. Comment down below. Yes, more memes go. And then I will know that you want more. Of course, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so don't miss any videos that are coming out. Thank you so much for watching the video. My today's Twitch shout out goes to Look at Pikachu. Ooh, Pikachu. Thank you so much for being a follower over on Twitch. If you would like to be in with the chance of being in the next Twitch shout out, come and follow me over on Twitch. It's Roly West on Twitch. I stream 3 to 4 nights a week. A massive shout out to my lovely Patreons, whose names you can see on the side here. Thank you for being a Patreon and helping me live and thrive and survive, girls. But an extra special shout out to my top tier Patreons: Aurora666, Benjamin Baker, Bethnard, Boostershot93, Brenner, Paz.Thom, Shell Herman, Christina Kyle, Con Pemberton, Crafty Leaks, Diana Nida, Heather McFarland, Joanna Course, Caitlin Wright, Kelly Bowser, Chloe Louise, Laura Alice, Nana Marie, Robin Scott, Sam Perfect, Savannah Truten, Shay Simpson, Sierra Tonabeni, and Steph Utech. Thanks for being my top tier Patrons. You guys are delicious, wonderful, flawless, girl. There's a link down below if you'd like to my Patreon too. But anyway, I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.